Hello. Hi guys. Just thought I would do a little whip and chat as I'm trying to complete some of my the Last Supper. So I am over halfway now, as you can see. I've gone past Jesus. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it's turning out. The colours are just amazing. And yeah, I think all my worries about their faces, yeah, you can clearly see. So, yeah, I'm just working on this section here now. So I finished this section, these two sections today. I done that last night, that today, this evening, and then started a bit of that. So I'm just haven't got much left of this section to do. And then yeah, we're slowly getting there. And yeah, as I said, I'm really happy with how it is turning out. It will be going up on the wall once it is finished, so I'm just going to prop you up somewhere and have a small little whip and chat with yourselves, or with you even. Sorry I haven't been posting much this week, but yeah, it's been my son's birthday. I don't know if you remember me saying. I'm just sorry, you just see my arm there. I'm just going to try and tilt you a bit so that you are up a bit more. Yeah, it was my son's birthday this week. So he's just turned 12 on Monday, which I absolutely hate having birthdays on weekdays because, you can never ever fully enjoy it, and it's just so stressful, especially when you know that they have to go to school, and yeah, it's a stressful birthday every year. But what I do is I usually allow him to open a couple of presents in the morning before school, and then he knows he can open the rest after school. So I guess it's something, for him to look forward to throughout the day. Because he's in secondary school now, it's different. It does change when they go to secondary. And he is in a learning disability school, only a mild learning disability school. Yeah, so he gets the help that he needs, and there's not as much pressure, not as much homework, and yeah, it seems to be working okay so far. We've had a few little transition blips, so to speak, because he's come from a very, very small Catholic primary, and there were children there with educational needs, but not many, to be fair. There were just a few. And yeah, so basically he's had to get used to the school, plus also the other children's needs. He's never really had to get used to that before, really. So yeah, it's just the way it is, really. But he's making friends, he's happy, and that's the main thing, isn't it, really? As long as your child's happy. I did say to him, if he wasn't unhappy, that we could perhaps think about moving him, but I don't really want to, because he is settled. He is settled now, and that's all that I really care about at the moment. And there is absolutely no way that he would be able to cope in a mainstream secondary school. So I know in my heart of hearts I've done the right thing. Although he's missing his friends. I can tell he misses his friends. And I made the ultimate mistake of going to pick up his sister one day with him. Big mistake, because he got really upset because his younger sister is in the same class with the same teacher as he was when he was in year one, and he was just really upset, bless him. I think he just sort of kept expecting to see his classmates, but obviously they're not there. So it's a tough transition, because he really loved his primary school and he loved his class, and they'd been together a long time, half of their life really. It is hard. It's hard for some children, and if you throw in the autism and the fact that autistic kids don't like change as well, and all the learning difficulties, it's 100 times worse really. But the good news is, in today's age, they do have technology to help keep in contact, which is something that we never really had. We just had telephones really. And half of my friends from primary school I did lose contact with, because you all go to different schools, don't you? So yeah, it's different. So yeah, what can you do for a child turning 12? It's very difficult to know how to celebrate his birthdays now, because even though he's growing up, mentally he's still that little boy. So he wanted a party, and I had to explain to him, well, to be honest with you, love, at 12 most children don't have birthday parties at 12, 13. And he's kind of like, well, I wanted to go to a place called Ninja Warrior, which is like an assortment course. So I'm gonna have to see if I can book something perhaps in the half term as a belated birthday treat, and maybe just invite a few. But things change, don't they, when they go from primary to secondary? They change. They suddenly just don't want to do those sorts of things anymore. Whereas my son is still pretty much wanting to do those things. So yeah, hey ho, this is the joy of growing up, isn't it? And unfortunately, they have to learn, they have to go through it in order to learn. It's just the way life is. You can't stay a child forever. But we do something special to keep it special for him, because bless him, he really is like my Buddy the Elf. That's what I call him, because he gets so excited before his birthdays, nearly makes himself sick, and he stays up. He has problems sleeping at the best of times, but when it's before a birthday, well, whew, yeah, let's just say he was up at 6 a.m. on Monday, wanting to open his presents. And yeah, he was still going at 10 o'clock that night. He was still on a high. So it takes him a while to calm down. And it's, because it's on a Monday now, the rest of the week he is so grumpy and argumentative, and but it's to be expected, isn't it? Really, it is to be expected. I feel tired myself, really. Oh. But anyway, I'd like to see what everyone else is working on, especially any religious paintings. I love my religious paintings. I just feel like they're just so meaningful. And this one in particular is a very special one, as I said before, to me, because obviously it is our Lord's Last Supper. So yeah, it's a very special painting. So yeah, I must admit I've been quite naughty recently on the purchases of diamond paintings. My daughter's not going to be happy, my older daughter, because they're already taking up way too much space already, and she says I'm addicted, which I think I am. I do think they are quite addictive, diamond paintings. I'm not going to lie, there's something about them. And in fact, I went to lunch on Tuesday, yesterday, and was talking with a group of mums, and I was saying to them, you really need to try it, because it does help relax you, and you don't have to sit there thinking about nonsense, or thinking about what you've got to do, what you've not got to do. As a mum as well, like, I think it's so important that you do something for yourself, whether it be yoga, meditation, exercise, reading, writing, drawing, colouring, diamond paintings, whatever, and it's just so important, and I can't stress that enough to anybody, and especially when you're a full-time parent carer like I am, and it brings a whole new level of parenting, because I have 4 children and I have to parent them differently, because they've all got different needs, and they're all somewhere on the autism spectrum, I'm sure. And you can't treat them or parent them all the same. It has to be different. And that's what I struggle with the most, I must admit, is that I can't treat them all the same, because they've all got different needs. And it is a challenge, but I love them, and I wouldn't be without them for the world. Absolutely not. And I always just think, God deals you with a pack of cards, a deck of cards even, and you've just got to make the best of it and try and raise positive, happy children into positive, happy adults that don't need to recover from their childhood, and also ones that are decent human beings as well, because that is also important when raising children, isn't it? That they're nice people. You don't want to raise horrible people. There's enough of them in the world. So yeah, I try to teach my children that they have to be nice. Even if they dislike someone, they have to be polite and civil. It's all about respect, isn't it? So, yeah. And I also teach my son that having additional needs or learning difficulties or autism is not an excuse or an acceptable reason for any form of violence or bad behaviour. You have to talk about your feelings, get them out, in other ways. If you don't want to talk, then go have a time out, go for a run. I find, with my son, if he's feeling a bit funny, he's now at the age where he'll go, right, I'm going to go in the garden. Whoops, a birthday sign just fell down. He'd go running around the garden, playing football. He's got a basketball hoop out there as well. Sometimes on the trampoline, not so much now, but when he was a bit younger, he loved the trampoline. And yeah, that helps. It does help him calm down, and then he can talk, get his thoughts and his words in order, and then we can discuss the situation. Sometimes though, you just can't reason with him, and it's a very difficult situation when you can't reason with him, because I just have to be quiet, let him say his piece, and then if he's rude to me, then I just have to sort of walk away and then talk about it when he's calm, because there really is no point in talking to him in the middle of a meltdown. I might as well be banging my head on a brick wall, or even talking to the brick wall, because he isn't going to listen at that moment in time, because he's so busy just being angry. So yeah, it is a challenge. It is a challenge, but I'm sure with God's help and grace that I will get there. I'll get to where we need to be. I have every faith in myself and in God, because you have to be positive. You can't go through life thinking, oh gosh, these children, they're driving me crazy and la da da da. It's not going to help or achieve anyone, is it really?